Alright, welcome back everyone. It's David, aka FARAMIR4731. You can see I've got my Prussia build. That means we are going to be on the grassy flats playing as Prussia in the next match of my quest for this 2018 tournament. And we are in the losers round, and my opponent is going to be Szczesny, and he's also a friend, and yeah, I'm going to be playing him with the same Prussia build that I lost with. I was going to use my Austria build, which was an extreme cav heavy build, but he went with the Ottomans, so I was unsure about using them against the Ottomans because I have never tried them or rolled them out versus the Ottomans. So I decided to go with my Prussia build, cav heavy. And the fact the rules in this tournament are 6 light infantry, 6 light dragoons, and in this build again I have 1 militia, 5 line, 2 on the left flank, 3 on the right, 6 Jaegers right in the center, and I've got 6 light dragoons, 3 on each flank, 2nd Hussar in the middle, and my general's bodyguard also in the middle. So you can see my formation is still the same from the last tournament battle. Now I did learn from my previous mistake in the fact that I took the battle to his ground and not to the ground of my choosing. So I plan not to make that same mistake in this, although I will be advancing forward to get him and see where he is going to be shifting his force to. You can see he's got his cadet rifles are going to be spaced out, basically 4 in the center split by 1 Israeli, and then he's got 2 on the flank. And so he's got 3 Israelis along this front line, and then in the back line he's got 4 of his Nizam cadet infantry, and he's going to be pulling that up with 6 of his Delhi horsemen and 1 general's bodyguard unit. So over here I know he's got, if I shift over to the right, that's going to leave 3 rifles and a pretty good amount of his force to the left flank, and this time I am going to try to make this ground of my choosing. Now I want to keep him where he will be spread as much as possible, so I am going to leave my line over. I'm going to drop stakes, and I'm going to be patient in this and see how he is going to adjust. Now he doesn't adjust over a great deal because I've left my line here, because I want to attempt to show stretch to keep him spread out as he advances on me. The closer he gets to me on the right wing, the quicker I can make an assault. You can see I've got my light dragoons over here to extend my flank. So at this point I am going to make my push on the right flank, and I'm going to be doing so with my 2 light dragoons, my 2 line infantry, and I am going to be pushing forward at first with 1 of my rifles. Now I did get a shot right there, right off the bat, and I took him down quite well there. You see he's already down to 51. I haven't taken 1 shot there, so I've got 9, and also some residual fire is hitting the back. Now he does get a shot there. It gets me down to 6, but I got him down to 50. He's got me down to 54 at this point. So now I am going to be pushing up. Does get a decent shot there, taking out 12 of my goons, but now I should be able to make some good headway against his line, which does get him down almost 20 men. But now I'm in range of his rifles and his line, as well as he's kiting it back. So I do make a push here, and I've charged 1 of my cav into this rifle. I want to eliminate that as quickly as possible, and I'm going to push my 2 lines forward. I got him down to 90 and 94 on these 2 lines, so I want to make advantage of that. Now I'm going to push my other light dragoon up to counter with these guys, and you can see everything else is pretty stable while I'm shifting to this push flank. I'm going to shift the bulk of my force over, and I'm using my light dragoons to extend that flank, so he thinks I'm still moving in that direction. My light dragoon did rout with 38 men. He does get this one in behind me, but this is now going to leave him in some stress here. You can see I am actually starting to waver with the 78 line just because of the cav behind me. But now I am going to start opening it up. I did a misclick here. My guys are moving forward, unfortunately, so I try to knock out this cav. So he's going to hit me in the back here, take out 2 more of my men, Unfortunately, I'm still got a misclick on that. I do get my cav out of there, and my lines are still going. They're going to start making some makeup ground on this line here. You can see this 72, 71 is pretty even there. Now he's getting some shots in on me. But again, I did route out one of his line. He routes out my line here. I mean, his rifle there is gone. But yeah, now he has an advantage on this flank, which is not good because I haven't been using my rifles. And he is now shifting all of his cav over, and he is starting to shift the rest of his lines over to meet me, and I haven't done a good job shifting the rest of my lines up, which is not good. But you can see I am going to start making some good headway on this rifle here. He does have me down to 35, but again, I have taken one of his completely out. You can see I've almost routed out this line. I'm down to 56 though. Should get a good shot here on it and take it out of here. And this is his more expensive line. There it goes. Finally, come on. His cav is going to come in, get a hit on me here. I can't really afford to lose the line. He, however, can. So you can see now I'm finally starting to shift my units up, and I don't want to push too fast. Just simply because he's got all of his cav here. So now I got cav coming in to assist, and I am still shooting him, his cav, and this is going a little bit better for me, although he's still got these two he's got two lines here, although I've routed out one. He's got reinforcement with the Nbk cadets, and now I am going to start really trying to make some headway on these rifles here. You can see my cav came back. I'm going to take this advantage. He doesn't know. So I'm going to look to hit him right square in the back on that light infantry unit there. And that's going to be what my kind of plan is. Now I've still got 29 men on this line. I'm trying to make as much damage as I can on these lines. Got him down to 87. This one's still sitting at 120, but he's an Israeli. So I'm going to use that line as a meat shield so I can get some good shots on that. Unfortunately, I went for the Israeli and not for another line. Now he is shifted up. I've got to shift back. So I am going to leave this line, militia here. I mean, not militia, but Jaeger here. Now you see I got a great shot on that other guy there. That's going to help him possibly route out. You see he does get into my cav, but I am going to force my other light dragoons forward, and I get those out. So I'm sitting pretty good here. I feel good about where I'm at. I've made some really good damage to him on some critical units. Did lose another Jaeger right here, so I'm down to 5 Jaegers. So I am shifting and getting that fixed. I'm hoping that that Jaeger comes back because I got my general right here. And you can see I have completely routed out his rifle over there, and he has still not noticed that I have that unit there. So now I'm going to shift forward, and I am going to look to get some distance between me as I use my rifles to shield this flank. And he has gotten some decent shots on my cav there and ended up routing that. So what I was planning on doing is hitting him here and hammer and anvil him, but he did use one of his deli horsemen to find my goon, and I tried to get fancy and I ended up getting caught. I should have pulled him over that stake line. Now you can see here I've got my 2nd Hussar coming in. They're going to do what 2nd Hussars do best. So we're going to look to pound this flank here. Here they come. Now, he's sitting with 106 men. We are going to blast him into oblivion. And then we're going to look to just hammer into these guys. Now, I want to get in and out of here pretty fast because I don't want to get hit by these deli horsemen. It's too valuable a unit for me. I'm starting to do some decent damage on that unit. And I did get that Jaeger back, I think, maybe. No, I didn't. So that Jaeger routed off, which is unfortunate. Oh no, he did come back, but I haven't pulled him in. So I should be running down this Israeli right here with my 2nd Hussar, but I'm not doing that, and that's a bad move on my part. Now you can see he's going to be rushing his 3 remaining cav in. They're pretty depleted. Somehow they end up routing out my Jaeger here with 40 men, even though I was starting to shoot with him. Now I'm trying to reinforce that, and I'm going to try and get my general over there to bring that unit back. I don't know how that ended up happening, but it has. And you can see I've done plenty of damage to him here, and I've hit this other Nbk Cadet, and I routed that with my second Hussar, which is still in good shape at 41 men. And I'm going to look to try and hit this guy over here. Now his Delhi Horseman does get a shot on me and takes me down to 35. Now you can see here I hit his units with my light dragoons, and they all rout out with quite strong men, and I hit them with a melee charge, and then they just routed, and I don't know what happened there. And this just causes a mass rout, which I've never seen with Prussia, because I was handling this cav pretty well, and I thought I could bust through them and come around and hammer and anvil them here. Some reason, somehow, they ended up breaking like that, and I don't know what completely happened there. So I am going to be, again, making some hammer and anvils with my, or not hammer and anvil, I'm going to be making some more charges with my second Hussars and try to knock them down. Unfortunately, they are going to break, and this is just a catastrophe at this point. I do get one of my rifles back with my general there, but the other ones are not coming back. I don't really, again, understand what happened there. As you can see, the cab that he had are hitting me right there pretty hard, and this is pretty much a good game. I felt like I had the advantage at this point. And you can see my light dragoons just run off. They're shattered with 32 men. I don't have my general lost. Don't really understand what happened there. That's quite unusual, but it's unfortunate. This is what happens on the grassy flat, which is kind of a crap map in my opinion, but whatever. It's what the tournament was on. And you can see now my general is left alone, and I'm pretty much toast on a battle where I should have won. Quite frankly, this is a battle that I think I had pretty well in hand, but you can see here it is completely out of hand at this point. So I took him down pretty well. I think he only had 3 rifles left at this point in the game. So yeah, there it is. I killed 676. He killed 936. Yeah, my general killed 10. You can see my lines didn't really do great. My Jaegers didn't do great. My Dragoons did pitiful. My second Hussar did really good. It's probably my best unit as far as kill ratio. But yeah, just not a great match on my part. Again, I thought I had the upper hand there when I did that cav charge, and I was running into lines with 56 men. I thought I could hit them and then push out and through them. Usually it works. A lot of times that will rout those lines, but for some reason my cav was the ones that ended up breaking. So yeah, anyways, not fun there, but it was fun indeed. Great opponent, great match, and look forward to the next one, and we will see you soon.